reacts, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back. You ain't gonna touch me. You not gonna do nothing. You are not above me. I bet you wish you was me. I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome
back to another.
Wow.
You dusty motherfucker. You see, this is what happens when you let this dustbag get the fucking host spot for a little bit. He gets a little hype. He thinks it's his. And what are you doing?
The fuck?
This shit is crazy. I leave for a little bit. You guys everybody gets real comfortable.
Wait, hang on. What have I done? Why am I getting pushed?
You were just in my shop for a minute.
Oh, dude, there's one camera.
What is poppin', everybody? How's everybody doing? I'm so happy that you guys joined me in the great state of Florida.
We're here. You make this all about you, and I think that's why I'm here to knock you down a peg.
Oh, don't worry. What do you think I'm here for?
To make final tables? I don't know.
Yeah, you're here to win, baby.
I mean, yeah, we're just trying to get it popping. We're in the streets right now.
You've been here for a week already.
Yep.
And you've been grinding a bit.
I have.
Seems as though today that grind pays off.
Yeah, I mean, I've done pretty well this week. I got 94th in the 600. You can change the mic. What the fuck? Hey, I got 94th in the 600 milli.
Whoa. Are we really talking about 94th place?
Whoa.
For a plus 190.
We're talking about min cashes,
Time out. I was plus $194 in that tournament.
Yeah.
Okay,
I want to,
No one wants to hear
You already won a seat to the main.
I did win a Sadie seat.
Maybe lead with that.
I won a Sadie seat.
No. You lead with the small stuff, and then you come in with the big.
I also cast the 2200, so.
And now he's at a final table with a 1K.
We're
60K up top.
You tell him, Tortoise.
60 fucking dimes.
Tortuga.
Let's go.
That's not a word.
Yeah, Tortuga. Yeah, we're in Florida, man. Tortoise. Tunga Vailoa.
Is there a G in there?
There is now. Yeah, there's a G right here. You're looking at him.
Yeah, dig. Let's get it popping, baby.
I can't with this.
Honestly, man, he's embraced that. Like there was a line where it was okay, and I feel like now he just TikTok has fully consumed him, and it's like speaking to my 22-year-old brother.
Yeah, it's terrifying. We're way too old for this shit, and he is a walking meme.
Midlife crisis.
Let him cook.
Bro,
Let him go.
You guys are
Let him
based.
cook.
Hold up.
Let him cook.
Hold up. Let him cook. Henry doesn't know what midlife means. He's not presented that he's having a midlife crisis.
You're only
Conrad's
going to
having a
live
midlife
to 50,
crisis.
bro?
Bro, you know how literally Matt takes certain things, like you know what he's like.
Yeah, that's like everything.
Like the other day, I was saying I'm having a bit of a midlife crisis. Obviously, I know what a midlife fucking crisis is, but it was more just
like 2 irons?
He's fucking. It's not poker with him. Come on, man. He's crushing. It's not that I take it literally. It's that I know that you're gonna have many more of these, so you only get one, man. You only get to have one.
No. I'm getting it out the way with early.
Berkey's been in a midlife crisis for like 10 years.
Right,
True,
exactly.
true. There we go.
You have to position yourself to have a 10-year-long midlife crisis.
I feel like you are a person, like a permanent midlife crisis.
a
that's my
walking,
persona.
talking
My
midlife
persona
crisis.
Yeah,
is
like
a
you're
midlife
literally.
When you Google midlife crisis, Berkey's picture. Can you,
It says also see Malding balding.
crisis. The fuck you talking about?
I'm not balding. I'm just balding.
You know he's not the quarterback of the Dolphins, right?
Yeah. Two out here getting it popping. That's all I know, man.
got 21 Savage over in the building.
Who taught this guy this alternate word for tortoise that is not being pronounced correctly?
Hey, let him cook.
Listen, we out here cooking, baby. I don't know what to tell you.
Welcome, Landon. Are you here?
How can he even?
There's a lot of stuff going on, man. What do you even need me for? I was
supposed to do?
sleeping.
We know. You've been sleeping since we got off the plane.
Yeah,
How many hours have you clocked in bed?
a lot.
He's
Like, if
healing.
you had to guess.
24.
No way, over for sure. We got here at 8 a.m. on Wednesday, right?
Right.
It's 10 a.m. on Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
so it's been
50 hours in.
50 hours in.
Right.
You were telling me you only spent half of it in bed? Bullshit. I fucking call.
I'd call too.
Yeah, get your whoop stats up. Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, let's
I
take a look
slept
at
for
this
11 and a
movie
half
stuff.
hours yesterday. It was great.
God damn.
That's strong. I respect it. I respect
Wait, you
it.
slept for 11 and a half, but you were in your room for 19 and a half.
No, I was up for a little bit because I was talking with Guapo.
He came down here to make pancakes
Yeah.
twice.
I had pancakes 3 times yesterday.
All I know is every time I get home, you guys are sleeping. Every time I wake up, you guys are sleeping.
Bro, y'all
ain't cooking.
you wake up at dawn and you get home at dawn.
It was 11 p.m. last night. I'm like, there's 5 poker players in this house, and not a single one is playing fucking poker other than Conrad.
I'm a
like how he
podcaster
cooked.
/ influencer.
Yeah,
I'm not a poker player.
We gave up the poker biz a long time ago, buddy. We're here for
No money in poker.
We're here for main events and media coverage.
We're a fucking traveling podcast.
Yeah, I just got an email today for media credentials for PCA. Where the fuck is my life gone?
I was gonna play the $150 Tortoise Invitational, but I had to do the podcast last night.
Oh, man.
Fair.
We appreciate your dedication, Draft, Brian.
Got it, man.
You know, I mean this very sincerely. This podcast would not run without you.
I
Thank you.
agree.
You're the glue,
100%.
the glue that keeps this together.
Yeah.
The shell, if you will.
The show.
You're the tortilla.
Stop, please.
Guapo
This
had
is
a
not a
little bit to
thing.
do with it too. I can't take all the credit.
Stop, please. God,
Thanks,
Pete.
Stop, Conrad.
Guapo is like the.
Guapo, if you have any authority to put an end to him,
He's like the
you'll-
sour cream on the burrito. It's just like
oh man, I got Guapo in trouble last night. I want to let everybody out there listening. It was just a meme.
what was Guapo
I'm
doing?
just messing around. I was joking around that his standards are 0 or 1
Okay.
when it comes to the scale.
I mean, you're not lying.
You don't double down
We're
on it.
not turning this episode into shitting on me. Sorry.
I was trying to help.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm joking.
I can see what you should have said
Trying
was.
to throw you a little bone here. We do have some corrections to make from yesterday's Postle episode. Shout out to Dandruff, Todd Watellis reached out to me through DM. Got a few details wrong. I missed the fact that he was a part of the anti-slap lawsuit as well. So he and Veronica were the only 2 who actually forewent being served and just immediately accepted and then filed anti-slap themselves. They were so the way it all broke down was basically Postle didn't have funding to maintain his lawyers, which ultimately ended up dropping him. He then got secondary representation, and they eventually dismissed the suit that he had filed. And it appears as though he was of the impression that meant that the anti-slaps would also be dismissed, which was not the case. So effectively, Todd and Veronica both won settlement in court. I was incorrect on the number. Their legal fees were somewhere to the tune of 27 to 35K-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I think it was 27K. And they had both attempted to put a lien on his wages in Mississippi, and it seems as though I spoke with Veronica last night. She's trying to do it in Florida as well, and like all the other big poker hotspots, kind of as we mentioned. She has a meeting today as well on Zoom with one of the judges, I believe. I'm not really sure of the details. I just saw her tweet something out where they wanted an actual witness to Postle playing to testify that he was in fact in the tournament. So I don't know where exactly this is going to go. Something we could pay a little bit closer attention to. The fact that, not that $27,000 isn't a lot of money, or I guess $54,000 combined. It's not that it's not a lot of money. It obviously is, especially to Postle, who's very likely broke. But it just kind of becomes a little bit more comedic now that it's an amount of money that, you know, we just see exchanged on the felt quite frequently. So now basically this guy's like in hiding, claiming bankruptcy, tarnished from every poker room across America because he's trying to duck out on $54K in legal fees.
Do you think that he's in a more midlife crisis state than you sitting in that chair?
Yeah, I would say that he, Henry, has officially hit his midlife crisis stride.
Mm-hmm.
He's right in there. I think he's roughly my age. I could see Postle living to 80. I
That
can
chair
see-
that you're sat in.
Me?
Yeah, look, it looks like you could be like one of those Instagram influencers on a beach in Thailand or Bali or something, and it's like hashtag yoga, hashtag blessed.
This is my Alec Torelli chair.
Yeah.
Jesus, you have life. Andre feet.
Oh, yeah.
They're
What
black.
the hell?
Florida floors are no joke, man. That was just from this morning.
Dude, have you heard of sliders?
Put some fucking socks on,
There's
mate.
socks. There's sliders.
First of all,
there's showers.
I have like 4 pairs of sliders. Landon took 3.
Okay, fair. I believe that.
He's not wearing any
I
either.
forgot my
showered.
my lone remaining one. And
GGs.
now here we are with 30 feet.
We're here.
What can you do, man?
I mean, you always got to represent Andre.
Yeah, somebody's got to be here for the.
Yo, Liver King.
Wait.
You know Liver King's got some dirty feet.
Wait, where is Andre?
He's in Thailand. Wait, no,
No,
he's in
he's-
Vietnam.
No, he's not. He's in Malaysia.
Oh, sorry, he's in Malaysia.
Fucking Malaysian ankle biter.
Somewhere east, man.
Yeah.
Vietnam.
So everywhere in the
he-
fucking world.
He's in the South
somewhere
Pacific.
east.
Just say he's in the South Pacific,
He
and
loves
we're
us.
good. You got all your bases covered.
Somewhere further east than Florida.
Uh,
You would think he would have been able to stop off on the way. You know?
Yeah, I mean, what the
It's a
fuck?
short flyover,
I mean,
kind of in the trajectory.
yeah.
But no, he's getting ready for. He's getting the team ready for Triton Vietnam. Is that right?
yes, sir. Not
That's-
getting me ready.
That's cool. I'm excited.
Are you going?
I mean,
In these streets?
couple W's next week and a half against
Hey.
Connie and Triton as a businessman.
Get some-
I'm a podcaster. What's popping?
Get some
I'm
stamps
bringing
on
a
that
friend
new
too.
on that new passport.
Yeah.
A few
Never.
stamps on there.
They're never letting you come. You go to Vietnam, they're never letting you leave.
Because they'll love me so much.
No.
Oh.
I don't know that the U.S. will welcome you back. Actually, you should be a little concerned about this Bahamas trip. I don't know that you're getting off the island, man.
You don't think they'll let me back?
I got to tell you, I've been to the Bahamas 5 times now.
Okay.
Mostly pleasant experiences, but each time I went, I was smarter about the way that I traveled to and from. The last time being the absolute best, where Rob Young just chartered a private flight from Vegas for like everybody who was playing. This is when Party Poker ran the 10 million guarantee,
Okay.
which at the time was like the biggest 10K guarantee of all time. So he made the travel very, very easy for everybody from Vegas, very affordable. It was very pleasant. My first time to Bahamas, though, can't say that at all. I went with Dan. We tried to do it in a very economical way, and we stayed at like the Atlantis adjacent. So it was literally this down bad motel that was across the street.
Well, I heard that Atlantis is pretty down bad as well, isn't it?
No, it's expensive, but it's a beautiful resort.
Oh, okay.
But you know, like, so the next to last time that I went with
The boys.
my nephew. No, nobody else came. It was my nephew Eric, my best friend Danielle, and Marley, and we stayed. I don't remember all the portions, but they have like a suite portion. I don't know if it's over or whatever. Beautiful, like you could see the beach. It was amazing. But this time, or the first time that I went, we stayed just, you know, basically you're passing like all of the, like they say don't cross the bridge after night. I don't know much about the Bahamas. I just know that, like, you know, there's some sketchy areas or whatever.
But you lived on the other side of the bridge?
No. We weren't that far away. We were walking distance, but we were in like this tiny little motel room. Make our way over to Atlantis where all the ballers are at, and they're, you know, enjoying themselves, swimming with sharks, doing all the fun stuff. And at the time, this was 2014, so I had just gotten money, and I didn't know how the hell to travel yet. So I didn't wire anything. I literally brought like $7,500 in cash with me.
What were you expecting to play? A 10K?
Well, Dan and I just like split our money in half. So like we had like, I don't know, just shy of 20,000 so that we didn't have to declare. And we like just carried it over in half, and then we like borrowed off of people or whatever.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I only played the PCA main.
Gotcha.
And actually I may have won, so I don't know how that would be the case since it was 2014. Anyway, so play the main, do well, end up getting like 43rd or something like that for however much. And you have the option whenever you're cashing out to like take a wire, take cash, take whatever.
Mhm.
So me thinking I'm going to play other stuff, I take like $5K in cash and then wire the rest. So I have like, when it's all said and done, I had like 11.5 on me as we're leaving. Well, Dan and I end up leaving at different times. So I can't give him any. He like had left before me. So I go to the airport. There's, I don't know, 80 poker players on the same flight. Like I literally think the entire Delta flight that was going through Atlanta was
Yeah.
nothing but poker players. So we're going through, and if you have more than 10K, you have to declare.
Yep.
So I have 11.5 on me. I declare, thinking it's gonna be no big deal. They send me off into a room. I get in there, and it's just wall-to-wall poker players. At least 50 people are in like customs or whatever.
They were having a fucking field day.
Like, holy shit. And, for once, I actually had gotten to the airport early. So I was like, okay, I have like, a 90-minute buffer here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think like you're early. Like 90 minutes isn't early.
Well,
for an international flight.
No, not at all.
I mean,
that's like a little late.
I call. I'm glad you said 90 minutes immediately.
Like early would be like 3 hours before.
3 hours.
Well,
How dare you?
I'm just saying, normal is 2 hours for international flight. So that's not early. If you get there 2 hours before, you're not early. You're just on time.
Normal for the tortoise, maybe.
Normal for a normal person.
Psychopath.
Not Berkey.
It was also like a 7 a.m. flight, so I don't even know that I could have gotten there any earlier. But we're in this room.
Time doesn't exist before 7.
We're in this room. And there's like, well, no, the airport's not open. We're in this room, and there's like a conveyor belt that all your luggage is going through, and it's just stopped. And I'm sitting here like sweating, like, come on. They're literally not calling anybody. There's no movement whatsoever. I'm looking at my ticket, and I'm like, infinite on the line. I'm just like, I'm gonna miss my fucking flight. This is unbelievable. So I'm sitting there sweating and sweating. It's 20 minutes before the flight. Like 4 people have gone. And I'm just looking around. I'm like, I know we're all on the same fucking flight. Like ODB's over here and all these other guys, and they're all getting like anxious and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen? So at some point, with like 15 minutes to go, I guess the Delta flight was just empty because we're all in this holding pen. And they just make an announcement and go, if you're on the 8:20 to Atlanta on Delta, you're dismissed. The entire room just empties out. We're sprinting up the escalator, just booking it as hard as we can. We all arrive at the gate like in a herd of cattle, and just get put on. And it really made me wonder to myself, like, is this necessary? Is it really helpful to bring like all of this red tape onto something over like I was so frustrated. I was like, man, if I knew this was over $1,500, I would have left it as a tip for the bait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who'd you leave as a tip for?
Right, I was asking if I could just surrender it. Like, could you just take my $1,500? Wow. This is not a bribe.
How rich were you in 2014?
Yeah, I was about to say,
2014 was a good fucking year.
You should have ran and found somebody to give it to.
Could have just
It's too
chartered
late.
a
Once you
private
declare,
jet.
you're dead.
Yeah.
You could tell them to keep it all. Like, they don't care. They think you're a mule.
But like, isn't it a very smooth process overall? Like normally, like you just declare it.
Oh,
like, okay.
Brian.
No, it's not.
I've never had to declare more than that.
Yes, you
so.
have, sir.
I
Do
did.
you remember when the 4 of us were going to Fallsview for the first WPT?
Oh, okay. Yes.
We crossed the border in Canada, and you would have thought that they believed us to be part of the cartel.
I mean, this is back in like 1992.
Stop.
No, but it was like just as like
2004.
Nobody knew what a
2005,
like. Listen, like at the time, being a professional poker player was very foreign to anybody outside of the poker community.
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, we play poker for like. They were just dumbfounded. They're
This
like,
was also-
"All right, get in this room. We're gonna figure out if you're a drug dealer or not. Like, smuggling money here, guy.
This was also before you needed a passport to go across Canada.
Yeah.
So like you just needed a driver's license.
Yeah.
And 4 of us roll up. We're all in our like early 20s. And we have like 50,000 amongst us in the car.
Was it that much?
Yeah. I mean, it was a
That's a
5K
lot.
main.
Yeah.
We all
50K.
played it.
Yeah.
And I was there to play cash. So we pull up, and like idiots, they're like, do you have any money to declare? And we're like, yeah, 50,000. They're like, what? What do you do? We're like, we play poker professionally. We're going to Fallsview to play the WPT tournament. They're like, the fuck you are? Get in this room, buddy.
Wow.
They just point over there, and we just like pull the car over, walk into customs, and they separate us. They immediately just like separate you. And one by one, they take you into this like interrogation room and start grilling you about how you acquired the money. And I have to tell you, like, I don't know what the experience was like for the other 3, but I growing up, like, I was the type of person who was never in trouble. I didn't do well with being like grilled by authority or whatever. I'm a deer in headlights in here.
Oh shit.
I'm just like, who do you need me to rat on, man? Like, I'm good. I didn't do anything.
See, I'm a sarky bastard with police. Like,
I imagine that.
Yeah, big time. It's just,
Like they couldn't fathom that like we were winning thousands of dollars playing online poker. Like they're like, that's a thing. Like what do you like? Stop. Tell me another story.
Yeah.
Really, like it was bad because it was like, oh man, there were so many instances like at that time where it's just like, I play poker for a living. This is how I have this money. Like nobody would like understand what poker was at all. Now it's just like, okay, yeah, you're a poker player. Like I get it.
I mean, I'm sure it's depending on where you
Except
live
for
as
banks.
well. Yeah, as I say, I'm sure it's depending on where you live as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like Vegas, I'm sure life is much
Yeah, when we
easier.
were like in Erie and it's like I'm going and like paying for everything in cash. I'm like, well, I need to furnish my bedroom all cash, and looking at you like, what the fuck is this 23-year-old kid rolls up with a fucking gangster roll and wants to buy some cabinet or some dressers and a bed. Like, this is how I roll, man.
I love it when they pull out the $100 bills and they just start looking at them.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
for
just start
sure.
counting them out.
Yep.
It's cool.
They're real.
Yeah.
You got them from the bank.
Those we kind of went through it, man. So throughout our online career, I suppose, mobile hotspots became a thing. Probably like 2006, 2007-ish.
Okay.
One of my first experiences. So we would travel a lot. We would drive to like Turning Stone from Erie. It was a 4-hour trip.
Just grinding at the airport.
No, we drove everywhere.
grinding in the car.
And we went to Atlantic City a lot. So I have a couple stories, all revolving around John Ford. So we had this good friend, John Ford. His name was PooDawg Online, and he was like one of the better heads up sit and go players in the early.
Crushed it.
So he actually final table PCA main the year that Ike, Jonathan Little, I think Ike won. The year it was outside.
Ike came second.
Oh, he came second to Doubt, right?
Outside sounds amazing.
No, bro. You have to see the highlights of this. Like, it was when Ike had the long hair.
Yeah, long
and the
curly
wind
hair.
is just
Like
the wind is just like plowing through them at like 30 miles an hour. Kicking back and they're trying to make decisions for hundreds of thousands. He ran this sick bluff with like 4 deuce high.
Yeah. Have you never seen this clip of Ike?
I'm sure I have.
You definitely have.
It's incredible. He has like
There's
the
no
little
way you haven't.
Stu Unger sunglasses on and like the long curly hair. It's wild. Yeah, there's Doubt.
There goes our money for the day.
It's
WPT, we're good. We got friends there. The Stars we can't. They were all such fucking clickers back then, man. Nobody knows. Like, these are the best players in the world. Ike Haxton. Look at this. 2-3 suited. Get in there. We're in. Actually, we are in.
That's up.
It's the heads up for the trophy.
Yeah, we're in.
Well, he's got it.
He knew back then, man.
He's got the nut up.
He knew back then.
Love.
He got to the river with
It's a
3
split
high,
puck
and
game.
he's like, what else am I gonna do?
What the
man?
fuck else am I going
What
to
else
do?
am I gonna do?
Lose? Fuck you.
Look at this wind.
That's great.
It's like hurricane.
All right. All right, maybe put something around it.
This was back whenever they thought outside poker was going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's the World Series main event final table with Stu Unger.
Yeah, 97,
Was
I
shot
believe.
outside the Nugget.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I
It was
didn't know that.
outside, right?
It was a spectacle to watch. I mean, same kind of thing. Like, there's just weather, you know? Like, I don't care if you're in the Bahamas, there's weather. But yeah, our friend John got 4th in that, and he was having a watch party whenever it was on TV. So Brian and I drove down from Erie to go to this, and I think I had just gotten a hotspot, or maybe you had one. I'm not sure.
I had one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he had one, and I was such a degen that like 20 minutes into the ride, I couldn't take it, and I just fire up party poker on the hotspot. And I'm playing 3-6 heads up PLO the entire way. End up like I'm wrecked. I show up to the party and I'm down like 4,000. So I spend the entire party on the couch trying to grind it back. I don't even remember a single hand from this final table. I just got absolutely demolished. Absolutely demolished. But yeah, like fun times, man. You guys, you have it so cushy.
No, I know all about that life.
You know more about it than like young
Everybody.
Landon lives the good life. Man.
I don't need this life. I don't need to have any of that.
What? I feel so slighted.
Must be nice to just grow up in an era where just the machine just tells you what to do.
No.
Decision.
I don't feel slighted.
I'm the belle of the ball.
I don't feel slighted about that. Could you imagine staying in a place like this when you were 23?
Oh,
we stayed in a hooker hotel in Atlantic City.
Hey,
and that was an
congrats.
upgrade. No, that was an upgrade. The first time we went, we stayed in the Garage Mahal.
The Garage Mahal. That's right.
Wait. Oh, I've only stayed in the suites there.
Where?
At Taj Mahal.
No, we stayed in the Garage
I know.
Mahal.
I understand. Now I get what you're saying. Like literally in the garage
We
in the
literally
car.
slept in the fucking
I did
car.
that a couple times.
Yeah, we would sleep in the car, and then this hooker hotel across the street from the Regatta. Bro, this was... I don't know what Lamana was
We
thinking.
survived.
Yeah, somebody else did.
Oh.
Someone
You're
was
richer for it.
Someone for sure was murdered.
You're
in that
richer
room.
in spirit.
STD Central. Love it.
I learned a lot.
You guys still have something crawling on you from laying in those beds.
Bro, for real, we stayed in the Section 8 of hotels.
Oh
like,
my
for
God.
legit. This place was down fucking bad.
This was Brian's idea.
He's like, I know a great spot for $40 a night.
I mean, this sums up poker players
It's
perfectly.
$20 a night, man.
No.
It does.
No.
You like run a river bluff for 5K,
Yeah.
but like spending $70 on like a decent hotel room. Nah, that's too expensive. Can't afford that,
No,
nah.
first of all, we were busto. We were playing like 2-5. This was early days. But also, Borgata, when it first opened, to get a room was insane.
It was impossible.
It
Like
was like $500, something
yeah,
stupid.
and like they never comped anything.
not poker players for sure.
Right. And they're always just like, oh, no, we're booked. I'm like, you're not fucking booked. I know you have rooms up there, you assholes.
Howard's and like Caesar's properties always
God.
done pretty well for comping.
Yeah.
Like for like somebody like I'd never really gambled. Like sometimes here and there I would go shoot around, but like I always got comp rooms there.
The first place we actually stayed in AC was the Trop, which felt like a palace compared to the places we had previously been staying.
Yeah.
And to give you an idea, Henry, of like why I'm saying we were legit broke, I was there. We were there for the weekend. I think I came with $800. I played the daily 109 at the Taj, busted it. And then got in this super sick 1-2 game where I proceeded to bust the remainder of my 800 and moped around the Taj like a lost puppy for the remainder of the weekend. I can't tell you how many stories I have like that. Where
I'm right there with you.
I'm just
I got
busted.
Oh,
plenty
dude,
of
I've
those.
done that. I love hearing stories like that from you, especially because I'm like, oh, so it wasn't just me being a fucking idiot when I was 20.
It was like 3 a.m. one day, and there was no game around, and we were bored, and we had just lost, and we had like maybe after gas and tolls, I think we had like 140 each. We were like, fuck it.
Is that a laugh or a cry?
So we were like, fuck it, let's go play. So we drove down to play 1-2 in Atlantic City
$140?
with $140 each. He ran it up. I bust. No, I think he just ran it up a lot more than me. And we ended up both winning like, I don't know, $1,500 for the trip, I think it was. But it was a real DGen moment.
I don't know, and Lamana, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
He will.
But I don't know if there's a single experience where I recall being on a trip with the boys where we were grinding where someone else went broke. I don't remember a single time where someone was like,
Or someone didn't go, bro?
no, where someone
somebody
did.
else. Like you,
I don't
did-
remember. Yeah,
just always the person going broke.
You, Greg, Brent, or Brandon. I don't remember a single instance where one of you was trapped in the room with no ability to play.
Oh, no.
I can think of a dozen
Yeah.
where I was fucking stuck
We-
in a hotel room with $0.
we were the
Yeah.
same person.
The second time I came to the World Series, the first time I won a seat through Party Poker, the second time I came with like 5K, and my intention was to satellite into the main. I dusted through the 5K, maybe in like 24 hours. Playing
That was literally my first World Series experience as well.
I had to sit there dead broke for a fucking week in a Rio hotel room with all these idiots.
Listen, man, you did it to yourself.
Except
And you gotta hear that shit. You have to hear that shit the whole time. It's fine to lose the money.
Everybody was
Listen,
flourishing,
it's
bro.
fucking fine to lose the money. But then you gotta hear fucking Lamana go, you did it to yourself.
Oh, every day was a life lesson. Every day was like an example of good bankroll management.
I'm still trying to tell you how it works.
Brent was like mashing at the time online, and we had become friends with Randall Flowers, who maybe was 18. So the last memory I have, I told this story whenever Sheets was on, was I'm dead broke in the room. I probably have like pennies online, and I'm grinding like micros or some shit like that. And Brent and Randall come home at 8 a.m. from the fucking Rhino, and all I'm hearing about is all of the debauchery that was happening at the strip club last night. I'm just miserable as can be. I'm like, you guys understand that like I have $0 in the safe. I'm sitting here playing like heads up 10 cent, 25 cent. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? And Brent's like, you should email Sheets and Backs. I think that they would back you. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna do it. And I worked up the nerve. I open up my pocket fives. And I shoot Backs a message. I'm like, hey man, you interested in backing me?
No.
Instantly replied, sorry, we're not taking on new clients at this time. Good luck. Like, motherfucker.
At least you got an instant reply.
It was an instant no. Sheets was like, no fucking way. We were backing you at the time.
We got notes on you, man.
They did. They had all the notes. They weren't wrong either.
doesn't fold rivers.
Hey,
Limps 100%.
that was good then. It's good now. Before we get to whatever. Quick follow up for a trip that I will mourn over not being able to take again. It seems as though the Aussie Millions is dead.
I never went.
Neither did I.
I wanted to go.
I really want to go again. I went in 2018. It was the only time I went. I'm sad that I didn't make it more of a priority. Well, to be fair, I didn't really have an opportunity to. 2019 was the last one that ever ran. They canceled 2020, 2021 because of the pandemic. Now here we are. So it appears as though this is only slightly pandemic related. I guess that they were having a bit of a problem. Well, let's not downplay this.
Yeah.
It seems as though Crown Melbourne has a lot of regulatory problems. The government seems to be coming down hard on them for potentially having money laundering internationally, as well as targeting certain clientele to gamble, which it seems as though Australia is a lot stricter in those rules than perhaps the United States or Europe.
Sorry, just quickly, targeting, are you saying like a certain demographic, or what do we mean? Are we?
I think it was more so like predatory marketing.
Right, okay.
Where
It wasn't racism.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, no, I was just like, are they just like trying to get like Chinese gamblers who are just like a 2-hour flight, 3-hour flight? But
Well, I imagine yes, but I doubt that that's what they're being condemned for.
right, okay, cool.
I imagine it's more like predatory practices where they try to like re-engage or retarget people who have already like, busted their rolls or demonstrated some sort of problem gambling.
What about like giving drugs or more alcohol to
You're
the
never
customers?
going to find out about that.
Well, I don't know about drugs, Conrad. I doubt that that's probably on the books.
No, it 100% is. Just you'll just never hear about
That's
it.
what I mean.
It's on the books. It's just not written in as drugs. It's written as expense.
Sure. My point is, I don't think that that's like, transparently revealed, but like,
gotcha.
perhaps like an alcohol budget. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Nose
exactly.
candy budget. Yeah.
Right.
Love that.
So it appears that Crown Melbourne just isn't running tournaments at all, and the Aussie Millions is effectively dead. Kev Math put up a tweet today, says an emailed statement from Crown Melbourne regarding the Aussie Millions. Quote, our highly acclaimed Aussie Millions Poker Championship is an iconic part of poker history and brings some of the world's most renowned players to Crown Melbourne. We're continuing to work with a range of stakeholders on new ways to bring the global poker community together and look forward to sharing more on the Aussie Millions soon.
I have a CSA, Kevin.
No, God, please, God.
You just keep it down over there, all right?
He's like,
CSA is coming, and there's nothing you can do about it.
We really can't do anything.
Mr. Mathers just wrote in the chat, there's also a rule that a player can only be in the crown for a maximum of 12 hours a day for 36 hours in a 7-day period.
Holy shit.
That's so Matt doesn't go broke.
Oh, so that just makes it impossible to run a tournament then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That, you see, Landon? You see?
Well,
now
to be
keep it
fair-
down over there.
Now, to be fair, Conrad, that was not technically a CSA.
But, you know, CSAs come from all over the place. If I got it from Mr. Mathers, you know, I got to do what I got to do.
That was a Mathers.
CSAs just happen.
That was an
Jason.
MSA.
It was a well-sourced CSA.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. That's how they come. They come in all different shapes and sizes. I got it all for you, baby.
Normally they don't. Normally they come down.
Listen, my man, you just relax. They come in all different shapes and sizes. I got it all. Just let me know. You know I got you.
Let
He
him
doesn't.
cook, bro.
I'm
Let him-
Listen,
scared.
I'm here for the people.
Are you cooking?
You know, you
Gotta
stay
let 'em
cook.
cook.
You gotta let Connie cook.
Let them cook.
Came
For
through
real,
this
for
morning
real.
with the coffee.
No cap.
It's
Best
still on the
coffee spot.
pot.
No.
Yeah.
What?
With the
Still over
coffee?
there.
Yeah, there's
Yo,
coffee over
come
there.
on, man. I've already walked to the fucking coffee store. Then I went to the Hard Rock, hung out with Kilbane for a little bit, watched him get his face fucking wrecked by these guys.
True story.
And then, then I went back to the coffee place. The coffee place here is amazing. It's called Espresso Coffee. I don't know where it is. It's close by. Don't
No, that's a
find us.
CSA.
But that shit is popping.
I can't believe you just gave them free clout when they fucked up our order, man.
It's all right. That shit is so good. That cappuccino is so good.
Yeah, just put a little more cream cheese on your bagels and you got it.
I don't like that. Yeah, I know you wanted more, but I was happy with the amount I got.
Yeah.
You want that sloppy fucking extra
I
cream
want the
cheese?
cream cheese to be coming through the hole.
Nah,
Thank-
see,
thank you.
I
Yeah.
want nothing to do
Man
with
of
that
culture.
shit. I was
That's how
like
they do it in New York, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I fucking take all the cream cheese off, and I'm just like, plop.
So you're just here for the bread.
Pretty much.
I love the bread.
Loves bread.
I actually tried to get a bagel, everything bagel in a bag by itself. That was what I tried to order, but they fucked me.
I think they knew what your order was, and they're like, nah, surely he doesn't actually want to eat that. And they-
What? What a fucking asshole they are. I wanted everything bagel in a bag. That's all I
I
wanted.
wonder if that's what people think when I order a baked potato and ask for all of the dressings on the side, because I don't want sour cream, and inevitably, I always get fucked if I let them just put it on for me.
Do you just eat a baked potato dry?
No. I butter, bacon, cheese.
Oh, yeah, butter. Okay.
But specifically, I don't want the sour cream, and like the sour cream note always seems to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, there's no getting around it. Once the sour cream's on, it's on.
There's no getting rid of guapa.
I was at this burger place in Boulder, Nevada, right outside of the Hoover Dam, and they have like really good burgers, all these
Freddy's.
different kinds. No, it was I don't even remember the name of the place,
okay.
but so they have one burger on there, and I forget what it was called, but it was like literally just a plain burger, like it's just like nothing on it, just the meat and the bun, and maybe cheese, maybe not.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is perfect for Berkey. And the description was for the risk adverse, which is just opposite of who you are. So,
Right, the risk averse burger.
yeah, the risk adverse burger for the least risk averse person.
In my defense, I prefer ketchup.
Okay.
I ate a plain burger last night, and
I
you
mean,
did a great job cooking it.
Thank you.
a plain bagel, like no ketchup?
There was no ketchup in that.
You
And
could have
nobody
put
fucking
a
went
tomato
to the
on
store
it.
down the block to get ketchup?
Honestly, you're right. It would've
What
been
the
worth
fuck
drive.
is wrong with you people?
It would have been worth the drive. I fucked up.
I'm so glad I
can't
wasn't
believe
here
we had
yesterday.
burgers for 2 nights, and none of you guys wanted ketchup.
I haven't been here, so I'm a normal person. When I come here to
You've been
play
busy working,
tournaments,
bro.
I go play tournaments.
That's it, exactly.
I don't know
I
about
came
you
here to
guys.
run a podcast.
Yeah, what are we, fucking chopped liver here? We're out here on the grind. Landon's wiping the sleepies out of
I mean,
his
Landon texted me yesterday at like 3:15. He's like, "What time does late reds end?" I'm like,
now.
15 minutes. He's like, "I'm dead."
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked an Uber and it said I would get there at 3:40, so it wasn't
Wasn't happening.
Yeah, I went back to sleep.
Down bad.
I needed it, man.
The day before on Wednesday, we got in like 8 a.m. He wanted a nap. We all wanted a nap. And he's like, I'm going to play the 2200 late reg ends, whatever, same time.
Yeah, that was the one.
Oh, I thought it was yesterday.
No, that was.
Oh, okay. So yeah, for that one, apparently, like I come downstairs, I'm like, "Where's Landon?" Laman's like, "I don't know. He just came down in a towel. I think he's up." And I look at the clock, and I'm like, "It's 3:45. If he was in a towel, he probably thought he could make the tournament and realized he couldn't." I'm like, "So where the fuck is he?" He's like, "Back to sleep."
No, I showered to wake up and then I went back to sleep. Yeah. I literally showered to make pancakes and then go back to sleep. I had pancakes 3 times yesterday. I'm serious. It was so good.
He's so happy with himself.
And pancakes and sleep. I needed to sleep.
I feel like you have like a year's worth of non-sleep catching up with you all at once. Like you just came to Florida, and you're just like, this is the trip.
I mean, it was just the wisdom teeth. The wisdom teeth just shot him down.
No, it's bulking season.
It is bulking season.
It's the teeth.
It's the fucking wisdom teeth. You know what
I'll
I
be
mean?
all right in a couple of days, I'm sure. Like,
Are you still in a lot of pain?
not a lot, but like enough for it to be like mildly an inconvenience.
What I find to be remarkable is that you sleep through the pain. Like you don't wake up to take Advil.
One,
You just like sleep through the pain, and then by the time he makes it downstairs, he's just like desperately. Like you can just see it on his face. He's miserable.
I wake up for one time when I was on this trip, and I woke up, and the only Advil that was here was in your room, and it was like 3 a.m. and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna order my own. I'm not gonna go up into his room to steal any Advil because we did not know if there was anyone here or not.
And then at 8 a.m. when I got home, I saw the Advil outside.
So I ordered Advil for like 5:30 in the morning, but I could not stay awake long enough, so I just sat outside. I found out awesome, and I woke up from my shower. I saw that it was here, so that's when I actually had Advil again.
I'm genuinely concerned for your health. You were in pain and couldn't stay awake. Like, do you have mono?
No.
Are you sure?
Don't gaslight me on the podcast. Jesus Christ.
You been kissing?
No.
Wow.
No kiss.
Ooh, I don't.
Yo, did you forget your lights
What do you mean? My lights.
for my boy Landy?
What are you talking about?
He looks a little white.
He's good.
Because he hasn't
It's
seen
just
the
that-
sun in a fucking year.
I see the sun. I just burn.
Their shot's nice, man. My shot's warm. I can't seem to do
Dude, you
it.
look like you've been getting some push-ups in the morning, not gonna lie.
I gotta tell you, if you saw, I'm a travesty right now. Bulking season followed by a tropical
Sleeping
trip.
season.
Bulking season into a tropical trip. Not the right idea.
You know why?
Not the right idea.
Because you're in a midlife crisis.
I'm living in a midlife crisis.
I know.
I'm going to be in a
man.
late life crisis. I'm going to be in the grave life crisis.
Therefore, you know
All
why.
right, talking about midlife crises, would you send a dick pic during a midlife crisis?
No.
An unsolicited dick pic.
I've never sent an unsolicited one. I can confidently claim that. And I also realize that like the older I get, or maybe
But bestie, what if it's the weekend?
All right.
both the older I get, and I guess the more of a social media figure I become, the less enticing sending a dick pic
Yeah,
sounds.
I know what you mean.
It just seems like such a negative free roll.
All right, on 3, everyone point at who they think has sent the most dick pics lifetime. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so we got 2 for Berkey, and everybody else is on Guapo. Berkey and Lamana took Berkey. We all went straight Guapo. Not even close.
I've seen your
Guapo went Guapo.
Twitter profile picture, bro.
Yeah, straight up fucking porn stash, yo.
Oh,
We know.
man. It's gonna be a long week for you, Guap. I'm sorry.
Why are we doing my dog like
Can
this?
someone quick clip that as content?
Oh man, that's so brutal. My man, Dick Pic Dan,
Dick pics.
Coke Can Greg. That's really. God damn. Dan, Uncle Dan's first Snapchat.
Was it dick pic?
It was no.
That was his name.
His first Snapchat name was Dick Pic Dan.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the only Dick Pic Dan. Oh my god! And like you asked him for a snap name, he would just say Dick Pic Dan, but he spelled it differently. And I just added another Dick Pic Dan.
No. This is not gonna end well.
No. I didn't get any unsolicited dick pics,
Okay,
thank
that's
God. But God, it's got to be tough to be a woman these days. I can't even fathom. I know the shit that lands in my inbox. And like the unsolicited shit that lands in my Melissa and I were actually talking about this. She's like, honestly, I'd rather get the dicks. Like at least you can just look away and be done with it. But like I know the unsolicited shit that gets left in my inbox. Everything from, you know, business ideas to begging for steak or for life funding or whatever the case may be.
Life funding.
There's some people, man, they're just like, I live in X, Y, and Z. Can you just make my life better? And
Yeah.
it's like, what? This isn't the Salvation Army.
Yeah, I had like missed video calls from like people in like my request box. I'm like, hang on a minute, what, you can just call people now? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, the amount. Oh man, it's getting too easy to access people. As far as like calling makes me uncomfortable. I can ignore a text. I can reply to a text and be done with it. I could whatever. Calling makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna make fake IGs and just like go.
At that point, it's a real person on the other end, not just a text.
Yeah, and you know, like I don't want to. I'm not confrontational. I don't want to talk to people ever, not ever. But you know, with like having to be an attractive lady or attractive woman in a male-dominated industry too. It's just like I can't fathom. But apparently, Melissa has a tactic to deal with this type of stuff, and it went viral. I mean, legit viral. This Barstool Sports article just on Twitter alone has like 600,000 hits.
What?
Just on Twitter.
600,000.
Just on Twitter. So like, who knows what's done. Like as far as numbers go.
7 figs. Let's go, Melissa.
Yeah, this has to be like a million people have seen this so far. So the backstory to this is, as you can see, my man Coke Can Greg was really feeling himself. And by the way, I've seen the unedited version of this picture. This guy is not impressive. I mean, little helpful hint for everybody out there who's considering sending dick pics. Like 3 things are very important: lighting, angle, and, you know, is it a good dick there or not? All right, like these are the things that you need to consider. And
He whiffed on all 3.
Yeah, for Greg, he missed all 3.
I had a seminar coming out on.
Sign up for Guapo's Academy.
Guapo, I got you on the lighting front. I'll help you take care of it. But on
Why?
you need the seminar, bro.
No, the more that you become
$9.99. You can sign up now with the friend discount of 25%.
That's right. That's right. It's all about production value. But like, yeah, Greg, he missed on all 3. Also, actually, you know what? I'll add a 4th caveat to that. It needs to be requested. Maybe
the most important
aspect of a good dick pic is the person you're sending it to needs to want to see this dick. Which I have to tell you, as even a man, we are very unaesthetic creatures.
Yeah.
Nobody truly wants to see us naked. Like,
just look better, man.
no, it doesn't work that way. Whatever you think the best version of yourself looks like, it's a fucking 2 on the aesthetic scale.
No, it's
Like,
fuck. It's not.
But compared
Fuck it is.
to women, it's a goddamn 2. So this is Melissa handling it. But going back to Greg, let's analyze this a little bit. First of all, helpful hint out there: never, and I mean fucking never, take a dick pic from that angle. No one wants to see your grundle, man. Like, what would ever possess you to take a picture of the undercarriage? Like, that's
Clearly
not
the
how
weekend.
this works.
Do you like this?
So,
Guapo, it sounds like you got some competition in this dick pic seminar stuff that's going on.
Yeah,
Matt seems like he's a pro.
I'm here to help, man. I'm just, you know, there are people who need some guidance out there, and we need to help educate them. So,
And they're definitely listening to this podcast.
obviously, did you see the thumbnail? It's nothing but a wall of dicks. So the messaging could use a little bit of work as well, but you know, we don't need to dissect that too much. He hit her with the hey bestie, it's the weekend. Woo! Look at my dick.
Hey, bestie. Fuck, that's scary, man.
Imagine receiving a DM that leads with "Hey bestie," and then you have to either click the accept or decline button afterwards.
Well, I mean, if you keep reading, he talks about asking if she wants to drink, and she's been sober
obviously.
for like 5 years.
Of course, like he obviously has no fucking
So
clue.
clearly, you guys are not besties.
Yeah.
So don't use bestie in that way.
Right.
Don't do it.
And to
He
give you-
also sent the dick pic, Landon.
No, that part you have to find out after the fact, right? Because you have to. When someone sends you a message with a picture and you don't know who it is, you have to accept it in order to see it.
No, that's not true. Not on Instagram.
That's not true.
Really?
Yeah, you just get it.
I've yet to.
Well, no one's sending you unsolicited dick
I'm not.
pics. If you guys would like to send Landon unsolicited dick pics, it's Tice Landon.
No, don't do that, and I won't see it because
Hold up.
Let him
Hold
go.
up.
because I know that you have.
That shit busting for real, for real.
If you want, you can go take Guapo's seminar.
For real, Grandma.
Right after this podcast, Guapo's going to be running a seminar for $999. You can get a 25% off code with Only Friends. Again, that's ONLYFRIENDS.
Why are you plugging this fake thing when we actually have real things to plug?
Well, you didn't tell me about the real things. Guapo said he's having a seminar. I'm trying to get him some, we're trying to pay Guapo out in this motherfucker.
Well, another time.
In the meantime,
Coke Can Greg here hits her with the message. Obviously, she's repulsed. And, again, to clarify, the unfiltered version of this, the best way I could describe is it looks like a porous sponge where the beans somehow got ahead of the franks.
Why?
Somehow.
Why do you have to get descriptive with this?
Somehow we got the beans above the franks. And
You're in a room with 6 blokes.
The fuck did you just call me?
6 blokes, bro. Imagine. Right? And you're out here getting all descriptive with.
I've been called an N-word before, and a bloke sounds way worse. All right? I just want to go there. I just want to let you know that a bloke
No,
sounds
bloke is just a
fucking
guy.
miserable.
Mate,
It's
it's,
just a guy.
you're just a top geezer,
Yeah.
Top geezer.
Did you just what the fuck?
Yeah. Also,
That's another one worse than the N-word.
Yeah.
I
it's-
can't take this.
Yeah. Geezer is also just a guy in England. Out here, it's some old man,
Yeah? Is that
crusty old man.
All right. I mean,
Crusty
sure.
as fuck.
I can't take these words.
Speaking of crusty as fuck, that grundle.
Looks like a sponge, Greg.
So, of course, Melissa finds the humor in all of this. She sends it to the group chat. We have a good chuckle over it. She replies something to the effect. Actually, she didn't even reply. She quoted it and put it in her story and said, "Oh my God, Greg Bestie, I'm going to have to charge you service for sending me this." And from there...
Did you say thanks? I hate it.
Yes.
Well, that was on
Yeah.
Twitter. Yeah,
That was Twitter. Yeah. Thanks. I
that was
hate
on
it.
Twitter. So it moved to Twitter very quickly because at this point it started the spiral. So he sends her another message and goes, "What the fuck? Can you please delete this? I was drunk and this was a private message to you. I deleted the pic and message if you didn't like it. Now you do the same." Imagine having demands. And
The balls on this guy.
Literally, the balls on this guy. Like,
Well played.
he hits her with that was a private message as though like it was somehow implied. It was supposed to stay between us, sweetie. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on
Not
here?
sweetie, bestie.
Yeah, come on, bestie.
Come on, bestie.
Yeah, what happened to attorney-client fucking privilege, Like, come on.
So the thread really starts to spiral. From there, obviously, the public shaming begins. And he hits her with, "Are you serious? I politely asked you to delete the story. Now you've posted more. I told you I regretted sending you the pic and message, deleted them, and I've apologized, but what you're doing is harassment. Because of the stories, a guy is spouting abuse in my DMs. Imagine like getting a tit for tat type of exchange here and not having the wherewithal to understand that basically she's doing unto you as you had done to her.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he just thinks his package is so fucking golden that under no circumstance could she not have appreciated it. So
How dare this value trade be?
at this point, Danielle Moon gets brought into the fold. Now, I'm not sure who the third party is, but somebody apparently Greg is known for this. Okay. So a quick Twitter search and like a dozen women come up who have been violated by Coke Can Greg. And Melissa like tags them and, brings them into the fold. Apparently there was a mutual third party. I'm not sure.
Somebody
who it was.
in the poker Twitter sphere. I forgot.
Was
his
communicating
name,
with Greg.
Yeah.
And then also with Melissa. And Greg was looking for a means to make the harassment stop. And what he had chosen was to get her canceled. So he wanted to know who her employer was, which clearly, how did he find Melissa?
I don't know.
It was Jared Smith. That's who it was.
Okay, but like, how did he ever find her to not know that she's a poker player, to not know that she doesn't drink? Like, he knows nothing about her, just finds a pretty girl and like shoots her a dick pic. Like, enough volume.
Yeah, it probably just popped up in the
I
algorithm.
didn't even think about that.
Right. So this guy's gullible enough to believe that D Moon Girl employs Melissa as a dealer at the Aria. And from there, this thing just goes forward. So
Love D Moon.
the exchange between Greg and Danielle goes, "Hello, I'm Greg. Do you have an employee named Melissa Schubert working at your hotel? I'd like to talk to you about her." And Danielle goes, "I'm the poker room manager and Melissa is one of my dealers. Why? Is there a problem?" "Yes, there is. I messaged Melissa the other day. She didn't like my message, which can happen. I tried to sort it out privately with Melissa, but she posted our private conversation in Instagram stories multiple times, which incurred abuse and harassment, which I've received since. Multiple people messaging me hate, and one man who tried to video call me multiple times. I wanted to make you aware of the type of staff that you have working for you."
Which can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Danielle says, "I make it a point not to be friends with my employees on social media, so I'm unaware of whatever it was that she posted or why. Can you please provide more context?" And he said, "I sent her a flirty DM, and she's a very beautiful woman."
That's one word for it.
What a way to spin this, man. "She didn't like it and had a problem with me, but instead of sorting it out privately between us, she put the conversation out publicly on multiple Instagram stories. I deleted the original message and sent to her as she didn't like it and asked politely if she could delete and stop having people harass me, yada, yada, yada." Danielle then follows up and says, "I'm contacting HR immediately. Just for reference, is this the flirty DM in question?" And sends him back the dick pic.
That's fantastic.
You would think at that point she would be like, "Okay, the jig is up." Or he
yeah,
would be
right.
like, "The jig is up."
Yeah,
No. He just doubles down. He said, "I sent a message also. I was drunk though and said sorry to her multiple times. Why has she sent you that pic? She put that pic but censored on her story without my permission. Now she sent it to you without my permission." And Danielle goes, "The photo is needed for the official HR report that will be filed. It'll be reviewed by a committee as soon as possible." He goes, "Shall I send you the disgusting messages I've received here for the report?" And she goes, "As far as I'm aware, I don't employ any of those people, so I'm not sure it's applicable. But if you could send me the message where Melissa requested this photo, that would be helpful."
Well played, man.
It's so good. It's so good.
So good.
And he keeps just falling hook, line, and sinker for it. It's amazing. "What do you mean? I have no idea who the people are that messaged me. Even though it's not her directly, she's promoted and targeted harassment against me." Danielle says, "I'm assuming that since no reasonable person would send an unsolicited photo of that nature, Melissa must have requested it, yes? I'd like a copy of that message so it can be included in the official report. I really appreciate your assistance in gathering information for the committee. I assure you will be looking very, very closely at this unfortunate situation."
So good.
He then says, "No, I started the conversation with her. I regret sending the pic and message to her. As I've said, I said sorry multiple times, but everything that has happened to me after is not my fault and not acceptable."
It's not like actions have consequences.
No, yeah, God forbid. So then she sends, he sends Danielle the message that Melissa sent, and Danielle goes, "Once words abuse and harassment are used, it's company policy to contact law enforcement." This was my idea. I'm very proud of this. "We'll be providing them with the messages and the photo in question. They may want to speak with you." He goes, "What?" She goes, "I forwarded the message and photo onto our HR manager and have been told this is now a criminal matter. Materials will be turned over to the police and court system will take it from there." He goes, "There's no need for the police to get involved. I thought your company HR would discipline her and this could end. Can you stop them from getting the police involved?" "She involuntarily saw your junk. I think she's been punished enough, Greg." It does look like a rotting sponge, Greg. Oh, man. He goes, "What the fuck, rude bitch? Just drop the whole thing. Forget the HR report." Imagine that he still thinks he's talking to the manager.
Right.
After calling her a rude bitch as well. I mean, yeah, man.
He goes, I'll deactivate my account, forget the whole thing. And she goes, I assure you, none of this will be forgotten, ever. Thanks again, Greg.
I want to know if Greg is just like out here just laughing as hard as we are. Like,
No chance, man.
Like-
He looks like such a fool in all of this.
I understand, but like we don't know who Greg is because like is he like just trolling back throughout this whole conversation? Like is this whole thing a retroll? Like,
I mean, we're doing a 20-minute podcast segment on it, so it truly is content, if that's the case. But I honestly can't imagine anybody has that level of dog in them.
like I mean, like his Twitter handle is Cocaine Greg. Like he's obviously a life troll,
He also has like an alt.
and he doesn't have a cocaine.
I don't know if his actual Instagram handle or he has an alt Instagram handle, but it's like, or maybe it's in his profile or something like that, but it says like 9.5 inches by 6.5 wide. Like, who is this fucking guy?
You guys are making Henry very uncomfortable.
No, it's not that. It's just like I don't think it's a troll. Like
No, I don't think it is either.
based off the way that he was responding,
Yeah.
it just feels like a 80 IQ kind of
Yeah, I
fucking
think
creep.
that's probably generous.
All right, let's go guess. What part of the country does he live in?
I was gonna go there, but as a
What part of the
non-American,
country does he live in?
I was like, nah, I
You
can't.
not-
I don't want to
you
get
don't wanna do
cancelled.
it?
I'm trying to get married out here, bro. You know, I can't be
right.
putting Americans on blast.
It was
We might
Missouri.
be in the same state as him right now.
Wow. Landon, is Cocaine Greg your cousin?
Is he a Floridian?
Landon, is that your cousin?
I'm so glad the camera's on Matt right now. And
Florida man gets trolled.
no, we did see that the Florida man tried to pay $500 to a wizard to make him invisible, though.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a guy that I can make me invisible?
No.
For $500, yeah.
So wait,
Where's the
there-
wizard?
Hold on. There are follow-up messages that I haven't read yet until just now.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
so
really?
this
But
is-
wait, there's more.
But wait,
wait,
there's more. So Danielle tweeted, I don't know how I missed this one, but she tweeted, Cocaine Greg is the gift that keeps on giving, and tagged Melissa and Katie Barstool. So she followed up and said, hi, Greg. I wanted to let you know the committee to review your case ended up being a little larger than expected. Anyways, you're famous. And she sent him the Barstool blog.
No.
Yes.
And then said, hope you think twice before assaulting another woman's eyes with your rotting sponge.
That's
Wow.
fucking great.
He said, I just read it again. Is that link real? After like saying he wasn't going to click it or whatever. And then she...
Curiosity got the best of him.
Danielle's a boomer with taking screenshots. Hold on.
He's your age.
Okay, so then he says, don't ignore me. And she goes, Greg, your language is abusive. I'd like to speak with your employer. I wonder if they know the type of people that they're employing. And he says, fuck off. Who spoke to Barstool? Have you spoken to ABC News? They've contacted me. Why?
ABC News. Now, is that real? Do you think
I
they
don't
really
know,
contacted
man.
him?
I hope so. God,
Yeah.
let this be a national story.
I
That
know,
would
right?
be fucking hilarious if ABC News fucking
It'd be
content.
incredible.
If not, then he's just re-trolling, and that's just also amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
She said,
yeah.
in all seriousness, Greg, sharing your message is certainly not illegal. What is illegal in many states is sending unsolicited dick pics to unsuspecting women who didn't ask for them. It's not that difficult to track IP addresses and figure out actual identity of creeps like you. I'd proceed carefully with any threats. You'll be the one on the wrong end of any legal proceedings. And he goes, eat shit. What you,
shit.
Melissa, have done is much worse. I said sorry multiple. I love how he keeps like doubling down. I said sorry. Like as if that's good enough.
Yeah.
Imagine, whatever. I mean, not to take this to extremes, but like imagine that he just like indecently exposed himself in front of a child and thought that like a sorry would somehow like cover it. You know what I mean?
It just seems like stretching a little bit there,
then
pal.
he's
I mean, are you-
and then
I
he's
mean,
face
still
planted in the
unsolicited.
curb.
It's still, it's,
And then he's face planted in the curb.
Oh yeah,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's,
for sure.
you're just going to the extreme nature of it. Like we like to think that, or not we, but like people like Greg like to think that because it's a woman on the other end, and women are supposed to, you know, be attracted to men, that somehow it's like less of an offense. But it's still just, you know, very offensive to wake up to a dick. Like Melissa does it to me all the time. She sends me unsolicited dick pics all the time, and I know how I feel. You know?
That's
It's
true,
like,
actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've received a fair
You know
few.
what? I'm on Greg's side. I want to talk to her employer.
Wait, hang on. What about the unsolicited vagina pics that we've got as well?
Where?
With
Where
like,
are they?
With like bell
Where
peppers
are
and
they?
stuff.
Where are they? To this day, I've never gotten an unsolicited vagina. You know what? I'm okay with that.
That's Berkey 11.
See, Landon's a good friend. He's trying to get me vaginas while I'm trying to get his inbox filled with dicks.
I don't like you. Leave that part out of it.
What I'm envisioning your inbox is gonna look like. Did you ever see that meme where the girl has hot dogs just getting thrown at her?
Yes. No. When I see a bunch of message requests, I can just decline them.
Just decline. What if your wife is trapped in the
Maybe
in the
she
inbox?
is.
Your wife might be sending you a dick pic.
Probably
That's
not.
true.
Has Melissa checked her like insights since this kind of went viral? Does she have like, because I can imagine with the amount of impressions and whatnot that article got, that she probably got quite a few followers.
Yeah, good question. I mean,
I'd be very curious if there was a way to see like her before and like after of like this
There is.
virality.
yeah, I haven't spoken to her about it, but just looking at her follow count of 16.7,
Oh yeah, so it's gone up by like 1.6 then or something. Right?
I would think somewhere around 500 to 1,000 followers
Yeah,
at least.
yeah.
I mean, the internet works in funny ways, man.
Weird.
I mean, honestly, if you look at all the tweets that she made around it, it's like probably around 1 million impressions from just like the entire shtick from her side only. It's pretty strong.
That's pretty strong.
1 million and 4 tweets is a lot.
That's
Especially,
like-
and like, because we talked about this in poker, like probably something that gets 200K impressions would be considered viral.
For
I think.
poker Twitter.
For poker, yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously not for mainstream Twitter, but poker's so small. So this is it's like a viral poker story and like almost viral real story.
Yeah, that's like 4 Galfon tweets.
Landon's point's valid. Just the thread that she created alone.
About 500,000.
No, probably
More.
closer to 1 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
million. Wow.
There's like 5 tweets within it, and they all did about 200.
Yeah, one did 350, one did 250. I love social media games. It's great.
Well played.
So like Greg did that, and that's not great. And then Melissa actually used it to boost her own platform, which is pretty sick.
It's
Yeah.
a real win-win.
I
mean,
no.
for us anyway. Like for
Yeah.
the onlooker, it's not.
I would
really,
say
It's neutral for
500 to
Melissa.
1,000 followers gained was not worth seeing that pic.
No,
but at
well-
some point,
But the humor
at some-
from the
Well,
the
hang on.
humor
I
from
had to
was
see it, and I didn't get any fucking followers. So
yeah, I also had to see it. I didn't get any
Yep.
followers, and I still
Exactly.
think it was worth it.
Yeah,
Can
but now we have a
somebody follow
podcast
me?
segment. Yeah,
I mean,
See?
yeah, for us,
yeah.
a little different. I
everybody
guess.
go out there and follow Henry Kilbane on Twitter.
thanks.
When are you
Brian.
gonna change your handle to kill the game, Bane?
Killed the
KTGB.
What do you mean? When am I going to go back to kill?
Ah.
Kill the game, Bane.
There he is, right
You
there.
gave yourself your own nickname?
No, no,
Are you
I
sure?
didn't. I promise you, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't me.
All right, we're gonna have
no.
to source this.
Galfon was like, "Mate, what are you doing?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Well, if people search for you, they're not going to find you because your screen name is Kill the Game Bane."
Should we gaslight him like Ford did to me? Call me Kill the Game Bane. John Ford used to say,
nicknamed himself the devil.
No, I did not see him getting
did.
gaslit again. Yeah, they started calling me devil, and then for some reason, back to John Ford, he was just like, "You gave yourself that name. You were like, call me the devil."
I heard
he was gaslighting before gaslighting was a thing.
Your
You know
nickname
what?
used to be Devil.
I don't know, man. The story that I heard
But
is
now
very
you're
believable.
Tortoise.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's Tortu.
Your nickname is
I
the
got a lot
Boomer
of,
Zoomer.
I got a lot of nicknames.
The
I
Boomer
like the Tortoise.
I have to tell you the story I heard about how you got the devil nickname seemed very believable. Is you flopped a set of 6s, and when you tabled it, you go, "Call me the devil."
100%.
That sounds so accurate.
sounds
I'm never
accurate.
gonna believe
That's
anything
not
else.
a dad joke.
Now,
No, it just sounds like Brian.
I'm
on
not
Wednesday.
denying that I've never said that. But that was already, I was already nicknamed the devil. Then I leaned into it. Like I leaned into the
Devil
tortoise.
Tortua.
right?
You gotta commit to the bit.
If you notice, I lean into my nicknames.
El Diablo. Yeah, I know Spanish. Quite.
El Diablo
I got
Tortua.
you.
El Diablo Tortua.
Hey, Berkey,
Yeah.
the
Black
dog, he bites me.
Oh, Hugo and Rudy are best friends now, man. They're best buds.
The black dog? The black dog, he bite me.
That's racist. You can't do that.
Only Guapo
He's
can do
allowed.
that.
What do you mean?
He's Spanish.
I look Spanish.
You look everything.
Exactly. That's why I'm allowed to get it popping.
You're a man of
Connie,
the world.
you get a pass.
Yeah, leave me out here. I ate a fucking burrito yesterday.
I feel like whenever when all of the world's ethnicities finally unite and we just all become like one like unified ethnicity that you can't tell it apart anymore, it's gonna be Conrad.
Yep.
Like this is what we have to look forward to.
Well,
This beautiful
Could be one
Norwegian-
good-looking world.
hopefully you guys get my personality too. Just like
Could you imagine just 7 billion Conrads just laughing all in unison?
No.
The whole world just.
Tortilla is on one today.
I hate how you try to force these things to be a thing. Like, you not knowing how to pronounce words can't be a bit.
Yeah, listen. You don't get to choose.
No, yeah.
You don't
The
get
internet
to choose.
decides.
No,
No,
you
no,
don't
you
get to
don't
choose.
have control over this.
You don't get to choose. So
The people have spoken and they like Tortilla.
We just claimed that Henry made his own nickname. You've literally made 12 of your own catchphrases, and you forced them to be things.
They weren't about me, so it's okay.
Are they not?
No.
LMA9 is not about you.
Well, that was
LMA9 is
just me being me. That was you guys are the ones that did
Right.
it. I was just
Yeah.
me being me.
Yeah. So like, if we wanted to run with the Tortuga,
No. That's not how it works.
That's not how it
It's-
works,
yeah,
yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with this guy?
That's not how it
Is he
works.
out of
You
his
make
fucking
your
mind?
own catchphrases. Obviously, you make your own catchphrases.
Wait.
And it sticks.
Well, yeah, but I was making a catchphrase about somebody else,
Yeah,
But
but
like the
Henry-
catchphrases that come about from me are like just grown.
but Henry,
you know?
they stick because other people
what
gravitate.
Conrad
towards
did was he gave my nickname a nickname.
You know what I mean? El Diablo Tortua.
This is nicknameception.
Landon can't take it. Please just put the camera on Landon.
Tortuga.
End the show. All right, guys, that's been a great episode of the Only Friends podcast. It's
Landon's
11:22.
going back to bed.
I got a tournament to win.
Is Captain Mizrag.
Not even miserable. It's just,
Rag.
what are we talking about now at this point?
Nothing. All right. That's going to wrap it for us. We are going to be in the Bahamas Monday, so there's a chance we may not bring a show. It's just going to depend on setup. I think our flight is at noon, so low probability we have a show on Monday, unless we're all still here because somebody's going to win the main, in which case 100% we're going to have a show on Monday.
Me and this guy.
These two have already
Heads up
claimed
for real.
it, so they'll be the first two out for sure.
All right, last longer.
I don't do that.
No, I thought we were doing push-up last longer. First person out after all bullets takes $20 per bullet.
20 push-ups per.
Yeah, sorry, 20 push-ups per bullet.
I like
so
that.
if there's like eight bullets between us, the first person out, they get back.
I like
Well,
that.
no, because what if you only fire one bullet and someone else fires three? That's
Then
unfair.
you better fire again.
No, that's not how it
dumb.
works.
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
how it works, you dickhead.
The tortoise has only fired one bullet.
Yeah, but you're not gonna bust.
Listen, that's true.
But if you do, then you gotta give us some push-ups.
I think it's the
Tortoise in
opposite.
the
I think the
main.
person who lasts the longest gets to dole out push-ups as he sees fit.
Fine.
Wow. I like that.
20 per bullet then.
Yeah.
And then you get
It's
to pick who does the push-ups.
Yeah, you get to
Out
dole
of
out
the-
20
out of the
push-ups
fucking
per bullet.
losers.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
They're just push-ups, guys.
I'm gonna be
Why are we
fucking
all so
consulting
afraid
with
of
Guapo, you're
Guapo.
safe.
I'm gonna be consulting with Guapo. Which one of these fucking losers you want to see do push-ups?
I'll do 100 right now.
You're gonna have to.
You can move this camera right now.
Oh man, Brian, you've been fucking hilarious recently, bro. Like you've just been on fire with these.
Tried.
I told you, man, this podcast doesn't run without
I'm
him.
telling you, man, it's
Giant.
the Boomer Zoomer.
Yeah, he's the
Gotta do
epic
what I gotta
man
do,
of,
man.
of the show. For
He's
sure.
the
gotta
El
keep it
Diablo
rolling.
Tortua.
Are you just like studying TikTok when you wake up? You're like, right, let's get in the lab again. 45 minutes.
Exactly.
Just like scrolling.
Look, Brian's got a lot of work to catch up on, and he's doing a good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? All right. So if you don't hear from us on Monday, we will be live from PCA on Tuesday. We're all playing the main event, as well as hopefully the 25K PCA or PSPC. We still have 7 seats available for the Poker Out Loud March Academy, March 20th through the 23rd.
Starting to go.
They're starting to sell quick like hotcakes. If you guys are interested in attending the Poker Out Loud Academy, it'll be 20th through the 23rd. Head to academy.solveforwhy.io and check that out for more details. We'll see you guys early. We're in this time slot for the rest of the trip, I imagine. So 10 a.m. Tuesday. See you guys then.
Later.
Peace.